Let's get it!
Broadcasting to you from a little grass shack in the middle of the Pacific.
Live in the place to be.
Well, they're actually in the Bay Area.
Yeah!
But they are the premier Pacifica show that shines a spotlight on positive Pacific Islanders.
You listening to the sound.
Role models coming brown every Thursday night at 6.
East to west, we getting heard.
Brought to you by Pacifica by Design. It's the iconic Faika Podcast with your hosts, Naki and Carl.
Ready? Mm-hmm.
All right. Season 7, episode 25 of the Faika Podcast. Today, we got a whole bunch of community check-ins. It is just wide open. We're out of COVID, and there are a ton of events. We even have some up in the Pacific Northwest that we're going to talk about. We have our check-ins, and then we're going to do a little Stop the Hate. We did some cool interviews at the Pacifica Feats Festival a couple weeks ago, 2 weekends ago. And we're going to show one of those, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the topic. That's the show today. Naki, what's good?
Hey, so what happened last week on set? Well, I was just I was looking on social media and bowl of pies.
That's distracting.
Well, it is just Bowl of Pies is about to open up in Vallejo, so they had their they did just their design. The person who designed the front of the store did a great job. I should have thought earlier and posted a picture, but Bowl of Pies is opening in Vallejo soon. Of course, we will update you, or I will go live there because I'm definitely going to be there. Right. Definitely will be there.
It's not a maybe?
Yeah, it's not a maybe. We're going to be at Bowl of Pies.
Where's it at? Do you know where it's going to?
In Vallejo on Springs Road. Springs Road. So look for Bowl of Pies. They have the best pies. Like they're like meat pies stuffed with meat, of course. And then they have
pineapple pies. No?
Was there pineapple pies, Mena? No. It was like corned beef and beef and chicken and curry and it was so
you
good.
get hungry just talking about that.
I know.
Yeah.
It was so good. So, because we had cut them at a place in Benicia, but coming soon to Vallejo. Stay tuned because I'll be there. We'll definitely go live there. So I'm just saying. But last Saturday we went to Pacific Savages Toalapu's 14th anniversary that they had at Napa Smith Brewery. I dragged Mo with me, and that was in Vallejo. Napa Smith Brewery is in Vallejo. And so they were celebrating 14 years of them doing great work in the community. And they had vendors, food vendors, and Island Drip CA. So
you keep
California.
running into them.
I know. They're everywhere, though. They're everywhere. And Mama Duke's Otai, which I missed because we interviewed them and then we went walking around. And then by the time we came back, which really wasn't that long, Mama Duke's Otai sold out because then my kids were like, oh, get us some Otai. Sorry, they sold out. King's Kitchen was there, got plate lunch, and their food trucks, so they were good. Lumpia Are Us, we spoke to them, and they had like really good lumpias, and they had ube. It was really good. Aisles of cookies. They had a ube cookie, which I didn't get a chance to taste because they ran out. But I did get their chocolate chip oatmeal and peanut butter with chocolate chips.
I don't think I've ever had that before.
Yeah, it was good because it was a blend of all three flavors. I know I always talk about food, but it was a blend of all three.
8 minutes in.
Right.
Here we are, knee deep in food.
Yeah, it was a blend of all three flavors, and the cookie was like this big. It was like this big, but this thick.
Wow.
So I can only eat like half of a cookie, not even like a quarter of a cookie, and it lasted me a couple of days. And then who else?
Man,
Who
we
else
gotta
was there?
start paying Mo. Like Mose has been the cameraman
Yeah,
quite a few times. I think we
he's
should
not
be-
happy about it, but what can you say?
Ugh,
I know he's not happy about it, but
sorry, brother.
he's my only cameraman when I go to last minute stuff. So I got to run into Alonzo, who is a good friend who is with Pacific Savages. I was hoping to see Matt, but I didn't. I seen Pequelo, who is like one of the officers of Pacific Savages, but I didn't get a chance to run over and say hi. I did see Roland, who I love, and we chit-chatted for a couple of minutes and caught up. So, Pacific Savages family. Toa Lapu 14th anniversary. I had a good time there. I ate. I'm always happy when I eat. So Napa Smith Brewery, it's a great venue.
It looked like
of course, it's event
from the great camera work that was done at
right.
the event. It looked like a
There
really
you
cool
go.
event.
But it's a great. It's so you walk in and it's the bar and lots of tables, and then you go through the door and it's a huge what is it, hall or space, and they had there was someone there doing ava and clothing. Toko Designs were there. They were at Pacific Feats. I got to talk to them again. They were like, no, talk to him. I talked to the husband and he's like, oh, wait for my wife to come back. And then I would go and come back and she was sitting there. She's like, no, wait for my husband to come back. So then I was like, okay, I just took pictures of their stuff. And so that was that.
It was a team effort to duck you.
It was a team effort to duck me. So yeah, it was a good day. That was Saturday, and then we chilled. And of course, I worked Pacific. Is it Pacifica or Pacific Grand Rounds?
Pacifica Grand Rounds.
Pacifica Grand Rounds was on Tuesday with Dr. Reno Samoa, Dr. Kalani Raphael, and Dr. Kikoa.
He is he's a graduate student. I believe he's a doctoral
oncology.
candidate. Yeah.
Yes, so in oncology. So he's going to be our guest soon. So look for him. Yeah.
In the pre-show, I was listening to so Dr. Samoa introduced everybody, and then Kalani was like, brother, you need to amp up he's so humble.
Yeah.
He is. It's hard to get him.
Like most. I think all the doctors that we have
extra, especially with Dr. Samoa and Kalani.
Yeah.
Between Kalani and Reno, they're like bigger than life.
Yeah.
They're very, I don't know, outgoing. I could see where he was like, yeah, and I'm the younger one here. I'm going to be quiet.
Yeah.
I'm going to not say a whole lot, but that's a somebody. I can
yeah.
tell by the way
that was a
him.
good show. It was a good show. So go check it out if you haven't seen Pacifica Grand Rounds with hosted by Dr. Samoa. They spoke, what did they speak about? Pediatric gender affirming care. So that was a good conversation. Go check it out. They're on every third Tuesday of the month. So that's when you'll see Pacifica Grand Rounds. But other than that, bullet pies I'm excited about. That's my whole excited about food.
With Naki, it can be the last second before the show. She can see something.
Yeah.
And that's going to be, which is cool because me, I got to have what I'm going to talk about. I got to have it thought out. Naki can just hit that on the fly.
Yeah. I was just like, so what happened? So yeah, but bullet pies I'm excited about. And so that's happening soon. We'll let you know. Next week I'm headed to San Diego to see the parentals. And then I think I'm sure I'll bust in on your conversation, but yeah, that was my week. Just we're still pumping out interviews from Pacific Feats Festival.
We're gonna see one today.
Drew Deasy is his interview, Mac's interview with Drew Deasy, just posted on Instagram, and it's like flying off the shelf, if I can say that. So check that out.
Off the virtual shelf.
Off the virtual shelf. I think that's it for now. I always cut you off. So
No, you're good. Hop on in.
yeah.
Hop on
So
in.
how was your week? What's going on?
Let's see. So Saturday, I was not with you in Vallejo. I was at a church event. So one of our deacons, his wife passed away. Rest in peace. And the church had given to him, and he wanted to take back to the church. So he had asked for a gathering on Saturday, and so that happened on Saturday.
Nice.
Really cool to see. It's interesting to see how much the family and the church go out. You know what I mean? Like they are going to go big. And so they had a truck parked on the curb, like right outside the back of pastor's house, and they had things set up there that they were serving, and then it was behind the tent where the front, like, you know, where the sao and where their family was sitting. They had a whole production set up so that they could serve the church.
Right.
Really interesting, cool to see. So it's nice to sit through and kind of understand the different pieces of the suwa. And then there was at some point, the church is going to thank the family. And the speech that's given, the thank you speech, is called the launga. And whoever's giving it needs to seek consensus from the church as to who's going to speak. So to hear and kind of see that kind of thing and see the dynamic of it was really cool, just seeing that piece of the culture. So that went well into the night. I left and there were still a ton of people there.
I think I take it for granted that I see it so often that I'm like, but then to hear you speak about it, you're like, oh, wow. Then I'm like, oh, it is kind of cool, huh?
It means more to me because, Ty's there talking and explaining. So this, now get ready, because he's gonna turn it and speak to us. And then there was a piece that I was saying that no, you're good. Good luck with your speech. So I was like nervous about that, but I had Ty there to, if I didn't get up at the right point, he was gonna, I don't know, pinch me, poke me, hit me, whatever.
Oh, you spoke at the thing?
Yeah. So when our Kaikai Fongo turned to ask,
Kaikai Fongo, for those who don't speak Samoan, is
he's the head deacon. He's the president
of the church.
He was the one that's going to give the launga, to give the speech. So he was turning to our church and for consensus, and he asked me first, and they'd let me know, we're probably going to go to you first, but I still was looking at Ty like, you're going to help, right, in case I miss it. So I was nervous at that point. I mean, I don't know, speaking in front of a formal setting like that is hair-raising for me, right? But really cool event. I mean, it was cool to see the respect, the family giving back to the church. And our deacon ended up, so when he went, I think that when he went to Samoa to bury his wife, he got his Matai title there. So the Saufai. So what we saw with Manufo was done in Samoa when he was there. But I don't know if the church knew that, right? Because Ty said it's kind of a surprise. So it was just cool to see all the culture and hear, I don't know, the Faifeao and the person from the elder from that family speaking, not understanding what they're saying, but they're speaking that, the really formal language. And there was a Faletua from a different church. There was a family member of the deacon that was there. So just really cool, really interesting to see.
Nice.
Fun to sit through, and nice to have Ty there saying this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And then this is this piece of it. So
awesome.
Cool. And then I've got treatment tomorrow and I have labs tomorrow. So all this week I've been making sure that I believe that I've figured out the key to not allowing my cancer to progress. And I believe it's the fasting. I think there was a piece of the getting the lead out that we had talked about earlier.
I think
the fasting is a big piece of it. So I've been strict this week. I'm going to break my fast after I do the lab test tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
And we'll get the results back on Monday. But I'm thinking this is going to be, hopefully I have it right.
Mhm.
And what I'm doing, if it affects it, then I really think like I've got it locked down.
Yeah.
Like I've got my
And
arms around it.
this works for you.
This is for me.
Yes.
Completely for me. And that's really the cancer journey.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know this.
Yeah.
You're going to find out what works for you.
You.
Right.
Yes.
Not, people talk about the cure for cancer. It's a cure. Whatever you find is your cure. Right. And that's your cure.
Right.
It doesn't mean that it's going to work it may work for somebody else.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the journey that you pick for yourself.
Yeah. Because you've tried a bunch of other
I have.
stuff.
So
didn't work.
When they said stage 4, you have that, you have that conversation mortality with yourself and go, huh. And really at that point, I think you probably had the same conversation, whether stage 4, whatever stage, you hear cancer and you're like, I'll do whatever I need to do to live, really. So that's where I've been at. And I've been at like, there's some things where like fasting all week this week. I haven't eaten any food, all liquid, coffee in the morning, and liquid through the day. I never would have thought I could do that. You know what I mean? For 5 days.
All right.
But if I found out that like that's what the key is to beating
but
cancer.
you still float, right?
I haven't done the floats. I'm really locked in because it's almost like a recipe, right?
So do you think, is this the first time you're going to get your blood work without floating?
Right.
Okay.
So this is the floating really was for the meditation. The floats were combined with the sauna. So I would do the sauna. So the whole mechanism of that was sweat because I had a toxic amount of lead in me. So it was the sweat to get the lead to come out. I would rub oil on myself and then sweat would, assumably the lead, the sweat would come out and it would beat up on the oil. And then I would go straight into the shower
and wash
it off. And then I would float. And the float really was the meditation after. I mean, it was a piece of it, but I think the big thing that happened last year was I was able to reduce the lead that was in, probably from a little kid too.
So is it low now, or you have to go back and get tested?
Low. It's
for low. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And do they test that through your blood work, or you have to go back to that doctor?
You got to go to a special doctor because it's not like this isn't treatment.
Yeah.
That's like, you're not going to go to your oncologist and say, I think I've got lead in me.
Yeah.
And your oncologist, luckily I have a great oncologist and he's like, hey, do whatever you want to do. You go find your own path. Cause a lot of oncologists are going to be like, no, you need to stay on, this is the playbook and you're going to go page 1 through page 12 and you're not going to jump, or you're not going to go to a different book. My oncologist is like, you do, you need to do the treatment that I'm going to,
Right. Besides what I give you, if you need to figure out other stuff, go do that. Yeah.
And, Nick and I have even gone where we didn't do what he gave us medicine at one point. And we believe that if you go to another medicine, your body is like, there's only so many bullets to fire for me. Right. So if I've got 5 treatments that I can do, I'm on my first one. I want to stay on my first one as long as I can, because once I fire the second bullet, cancer will find a way to beat that. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to fire the second bullet until it absolutely is necessary. So we've had that conversation with the oncologist where he's like, the second bullet needs to be fired. And we're like, no, it doesn't. And he doesn't push, you know what I mean? Now, if my PSA went out of control, he'd probably have a different conversation with me, but we've been able to avoid that second medication and we're still on the first medication. So
awesome. We love that.
Just had I've had a great journey with it so far. I got a lot more journey to go. But Friday's a big day. Friday's going to be, is exactly what I think it is. And so Monday, I will get the results and we'll know.
Nice. Yay.
That's my week.
There you go. That was your week. That's awesome. I was going down not to go down a negative hole, but I was going down this rabbit hole with this girl, Carly Russell. I don't know if you've seen her on the news. Fool. She's kidnapped. She was missing for 49 hours. And then they did this. And I am the biggest, like when when a white girl is missing, like
Uh-huh.
everybody's like stuck watching the news, even you fool, watching the news, seeing where did she go, what happened to her. And then when a girl of color disappears, basically nobody cares, is in my opinion. And then this one time that this girl goes missing for like 49 hours, some people go down a rabbit hole. And I was like watching what's happening to her. She went missing. She was on the side of the road. Her people found her car. And then after she showed up
Mhm.
after 49 hours at her parents' house. And with this story that allegedly she was kidnapped and
She got away.
yeah, she got away. And so now she's under investigation. And I'm like, this why we don't like, this is why not only this, but there's so many reasons why people are interested when women or people of color go missing is because of stuff like this. I mean, I'm sure it happens with other ethnic groups, but this particular story went like
So she
viral.
was a person of color that went missing.
Missing, and then she showed back up at her parents' house with.
I think one of the problems with that is that'll be made. It's like you hire like a million guys, right? And you fire a bunch of them because they're bad employees, right? Then you hire a woman and you go, now we had a woman like last year and she didn't work out. And it's like, does that represent all women?
I know.
Like, so this is going to be one of those where they're going to say, no, remember we made a big deal about this and then it ended up being, but no, it shouldn't be representative.
It should be every person that goes missing, but that's not the case. That's not ever the case. So, I was going down and then I think it was yesterday, they had a press conference and her story has holes in it. So they interviewed her once when she first came back. So they're going to give her a couple of days before she was gone. She Googled the movie Taken, where the family, and then just all kinds of like she was researching.
That's the thing nowadays.
I was like, oh my God.
If you're gonna learn how to do a crime, you better learn on like a library computer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because if you do it on your own computer,
book. Right.
No, all your searches are in there. They're gonna find them on your phone. They're gonna find them on your computer, your tablet, or whatever.
Right.
Like, don't figure out how to do a crime on your own computer.
Right. So I'm just a little bummed about that, just because, like people went down like that. And that girl that I forget who she was, because I did not follow her story. I was concerned that she was missing, but at the same time she was missing, there was like, 10 other Native American women that were missing, and they didn't get not even a
story
paragraph, and then this blonde blue-eyed girl goes missing and 50 million, the whole world is looking for her, and it comes down to her boyfriend allegedly killed her.
It's like what was the Yellowstone or the remember the girl, it was that she went missing in a national park.
Yeah, that's her. Year. Yes, that's her.
Like the entire internet was doing like searches of all the different cameras, and they're like, oh no,
looking
this person
at this
is here.
and this and that, and
it's the boyfriend
to find out it's the boyfriend. Yeah, but this other lady goes missing. I'm just like, girl.
Yeah,
you done jacked us up. And not just her. I mean, of course,
but that's how it's going to get categorized.
Yeah,
like, that person of color lied about it. It's like the Jesse Smollett. All those kind of. It's like that all that does, and that's the problem, is it takes away the light from things that actually happen.
Right. So I went down a rabbit hole with that. And then like yesterday they had a press conference and everybody was just going, I was like, ugh, so irritating. But anyway, that was that. So I know.
Think about that though, like when we were kids, right? If you run away and you come back 2 days later, you get beat. Like it's not going to be all over the internet or the news, or it's just going to be, I don't know, you're going to get whooped, but it's. Now her name gets drugged like,
oh man, it's
everywhere.
Getting dragged everywhere, which I feel bad for her. Obviously there's some mental health issues there. There's all kinds of trauma. So I'm guessing because she this happened to her. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I was like not happy with that story. I was not happy with that story, damn it.
Well, I'm glad she's okay.
Yes,
Right?
that
I'm glad she's
definitely.
safe, but
Definitely
then,
I'm glad
okay,
that
now
she's
she's safe. Now we can be mad.
Right, right. So there you go. So I was on Hi Chief Saw, Sister Crease, checking in on Facebook.
All
Oh, my
my
mama.
Usos. That's next June, July. Yeah.
August
Yeah,
19th.
yeah.
We'll be talking about that because we'll be there with our
It's a month away.
tent. Yes, yes. And then my mama's on so
Hi, Auntie.
Island Drip, California. They go I've been stalking them too because I love my messenger bag that I had bought from them. And so they go live on Instagram and then they ask you to share and then you get put into this raffle, which by the way, I won a bag. And then I follow them onto Facebook and my mama is there. And then my mom gets on the chat where you can see the live chat and she's like, Neki, give me a brown bag like the one that you bought me the butt. And I was like, and they're reading out loud like, oh, Neki, your mom is on. She wants some bag. And I'm like, yeah, she wants
Auntie, have her get you another bag.
Right. So they're reading it out loud, like, and they're laughing. And then I'm like, lady, go to sleep. But so my mom was on with
carried that bag from the vendor back to Mose.
Yes.
The bag that you bought for Auntie, which you should. And I think there was a bracelet you still owe her.
No, she got a bag. So that was last night. So then she messaged me and she's like, oh, your mom is so funny. And I was like, yeah. So my mama got a bag. She got a messenger from Island Drip. So go follow them on social media. They have really cute bags.
They're
so there
killing
you go.
it.
They're killing. Yeah, they're doing a great job. So yeah, and then I see Sa'a is on, which I've been lately watching all kinds of videos of people posting IPS, their security guards dancing and singing. I've seen tons of those, so it's kind of funny that I've been watching those. But yeah, that's been awesome. So what we got?
What do we got? We got. Do you want to? Well, we're talking about Pacific Feats, right? Because
right.
Them dancing and everything. You want to do the interview that you did with Lena and talk about that?
Or do you uploaded Cassandra.
Or Cassandra.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you did there. Yeah,
I don't want to. Carl interviewed or spoke to Cassandra, who was with Someone Solutions at their booth, and she was kind enough to share her thoughts on
this was
music and love. And
right, the previous evening, on Friday evening, the Friday.
Oh, you did Journey
Saturday.
to Empowerment.
Yeah, I had facilitated Journey to Empowerment, and so it was interesting. We always break up into groups, right?
Yeah,
and you break up into groups, the group talks, and then somebody comes back in the group and nominates somebody. And that's always voluntold.
Yeah.
I mean, there's never going to be an elder that's going to be the one speaking because they're going to say somebody else speak.
Right.
So I don't know if she was voluntold because she actually came up with a good story. So
she's
so good for her. If she was voluntold, she said, I need to work on my public speaking.
Oh, nice. She did really good though.
Well, she did and the night before she did really good with the, I was like, are you sure that you needed to work on that? Or are you just trying to cover for somebody who pushed you out there?
Right.
But she's young kid, very well spoken.
Yes.
And she's opinionated and she can get her point across. Yeah. Sometimes people are just opinionated and they struggle a little bit with getting their point across. So I don't know that we may not have the interview, but the topic was Stop the Hate. And that was what the topic was for J2E, as well as the topic of the interview.
Yeah. And go check out our social media because I posted it on our Facebook page and our Instagram page. And so we're about to play the video because
there's a couple interviews. We did 3 interviews, I think.
Yeah, this one is just Cassandra's.
With Cassandra, and we're going to talk to her about love versus hate. So today there's all kinds of people here It's the Pacific Islander community. We're all gathering to listen to music. Talk a little bit about what this event means and how it brings us together.
Yes. My age, at least I know, like, a lot of the times, like, we're all poly here, but we're kind of, like, separated because of the certain type of poly we are. But I feel like being here and just listening to music kind of gives us a perspective that, like, even if somebody's talking Samoan, Fijian, like, we all grew up on the same music, and we all, like, have that love. And just, like, being around each other and just seeing everybody, like, doing their own thing, but also fellowshipping with each other and just giving them that good, like I see you. It's just like a different type of love because like it just gives me pride in who I am, not just as a Samoan, but like as a poly woman being here and seeing like all of these people my age like acknowledging each other is like a different type of love, especially in our generation. It's not normal, but like here it's just like we're all the same color. We all really are. We all have the same roots. And it's just like, it feels good to soak it up from everybody and just be involved in such a like a loving environment because music really is like a language and we all share the same language and you just like vibe with hearing everybody sing the same song that you grew up on. So it's just like different level type love, really.
Awesome. Common language of love. And then in your mind, do you feel like love is greater than hate? And in your life, is that something that you believe in?
Oh, 100%. Love is just like growing in my faith. Like, I just know that love will overcome anything. Like, it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, the color of your skin. You don't even have to be PI. It's just love is just everything. It makes your day better. It makes life better. And it just makes you feel healthier and just more like comfortable in who you are because love will always be hate. Always. That's what Jesus taught us.
Inspiring words from the next generation. Thank you so much, Cassandra.
Thank you.
So that was the
girl.
the second time we talked to her in like 15 hours. And hopefully, she was on Essence of Mana, right? She was on Talanoa Tuesday.
Yes.
Later in the following week. So up and coming Pacific Islander young woman with an opinion. But I love seeing everybody gather. I like that this is the language of love. The music, seeing everybody there was nice. I didn't see any trouble.
No.
I didn't see any, because we saw some of that at some of the other events we have seen, kind of on the edge. Didn't jump off, but I remember one of the Island Reggae Fest that we went to, we were like, oh, and then didn't. Like it cooled out. But it was just a cool event, and that whole stop the hate kind of thing, it had a good vibe.
Yeah, I loved it. I think we know because we're PIs that, and then you see us old people walking around that not to, right? Because like Auntie is here and you don't want something to happen. I think it's a lot of it was the respect that the kids have that you don't see at other events because we're Pacific Islanders. So they don't want Auntie or Uncle to get hurt or get caught up in any kind of commotion.
And that's exactly how it happened at Island Reggae Fest. Right. Like it started going, and then the older people were like, hey, knock that. And it was like immediately I was like, wow, that's refreshing to see, because other events, even if they're Pacific Islanders, sometimes if it's not their elders, you know what I mean? Like it may just still happen, but that stopped like that.
Yeah. I think I love our culture because kids know, right? And I think sometimes even if you're not raised in the culture, I think it's instinct that okay, I can't get buck. I mean, you can get buck wild, but not get violent or out of hand.
If you haven't been raised you're around a bunch of people that have, right? So when an elder says something and everybody else listens, even if you haven't been, you're like, oh, I guess that's not the time to tell them.
That's like last year. Last year when we were backstage, like all the entertainers and their crew, like before I can walk up, I can hear them, mother blah and shut the F up and da da da. And then the minute the first person see me, they're like, hey, shut up, Auntie. Auntie, move, let Auntie out, let Auntie walk by. And then for like the whole minute or so, however long it took me to walk through the crowd, it was quiet. And everybody was like, oh, hey, Auntie, hey, Auntie. And I was like, oh, hey, hi. Even though I heard them from, mother, they were like cursing up a storm. But the minute I walked in, it's really like beautiful to see that.
How's it feel to be an elder?
Right. And you know what? I don't even have a problem with that. I know some people, maybe you have a problem with it, but I don't even, I'm like, oh, it's auntie. It's auntie, you know, but I love that when they were all cursing up a storm, they were like, shut your mouth. Auntie's coming, you know, let auntie through. So for like a good 20 to 30 seconds that it took me to walk through the crowd, it was quiet.
And that's where kind of when we were saying it at J2E that love's going to overcome hate, right? You're not going to eliminate hate, but if you can increase the love, then the ratio
and respect.
Better, right? And that's kind of, we talked about that last week, right? With the young Samoan man that came over to help us put that backdrop together. That was completely like he was not with Pacific Feats. He was I think he might have been with one of the artists crew.
I think he was with Common Kings. Was it a Saturday, Sunday? It could have been Saturday.
No, it was Saturday.
Yeah, maybe he was with them.
But I think he was with the artist. Because I never saw him again.
Yeah.
And he completely was just like, it's two older guys trying to do that. And
because you guys both had the ladder. You were you guys both had the ladder. And then I seen this young guy just come up and just go up the ladder. And I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
I was carrying it over and I'm like, well, ain't Mo going up there. I don't want to go up there either. But hey, it's going to be one of us. And that kid was there. The kid was there before we even set the ladder up. He was like, "Oh, do you want me to?" And then headed up as he was asking us. Like he wasn't really asking us.
Yeah, he just headed up the ladder. Right. I loved it.
And that's the kind of respect that you're talking about with that people have for their elders.
Yes, is different than if you go to a non-PI event.
And that kid put in some work up there because it wasn't like climb up there. He was up there for a while fighting because Mo and I were trying to hold on to the thing.
Oh yeah,
pushing towards him as he's pushing the other direction with the flag thing, and we were fighting with it for a while. And then you guys took off like it.
Yeah, because Lai came on.
Like Usain Bolt going. I was like, where are they going?
Lai came on. Hi Guy Lai came on, and we took off running to the stage to go watch him perform because Came Up Kav was with him, and just a bunch. Tamajah Bless was on the stage with it. I mean, there was a lot of artists on the stage, so we took off running and totally forgot about the ladder. And then,
we got it in place, and then I was able to make probably the back half of Lai's performance. But that was a cool moment. That was a cool moment where Mo and I are like, somebody raised that kid right.
Yes,
the parents.
Yeah,
the parents instilled that in him.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. So, just like some of the rappers that went on Sunday in the afternoon that go to your church, they were like, "Hey, uncle," and then they get on stage and they're mother, da da da.
And I see him on Sunday.
Yeah,
just it's church.
That's funny because that's like when I was growing up, we would part like the minute I get off of Friday. And I don't suggest this, but the minute I get off Friday, I would go to my cousins or my sisters and we'd get in the car and go either to a bar or to a party. And we would party up until like Saturday morning, whatever time. But whatever time you got home, whatever time Saturday morning even that you got home, your ass better get up and go to church that, whatever time. So like whatever time that me and my girlfriends or my cousins, we were in church Sunday morning. Like we just got home probably 2 hours before, and we would be in church just because we were supposed to be in church. We were supposed to do that. So
when I was in college, I ended up spending the night at a Samoan house.
Yeah.
And it was on Saturday night. Yeah. Sunday morning. It like he was throwing get dressed, we're going to church. And I was like, I didn't even go to get dressed, we're going to
you're
church.
In the house, you're going to church. Yeah I love those old days. But I mean, now we go to my sister's church, and her church is at 9:30, so it's like beating people and
get up.
But you also, I think nowadays you can log in via Zoom. A lot of churches have, if you can't make it into church, you can log in via Zoom. So we've done that a couple of times, but there you go. Paul Rodriguez is on. Hey, Paul.
Paul, traveling, man.
Yes.
He's all over the globe.
Well, yeah. Him and his wife love Hawaii and Christine Moya. So
there's another traveler.
There's another traveler. Should we do our community announcements?
Let's do. think you're up first.
Oh yeah, I see. But I also chopped it if you didn't notice. I chopped it
we
up.
throw the
so-
long ones back and forth each week. 'cause
Yeah.
we're lazy.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so Pacifica Boss Up. There you go. Very good. I know. Pacifica Boss Up is a summer enrichment entrepreneurship program that aims to support, empower, and foster the future generations of Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander entrepreneurs in San Mateo County. Pacifica Boss Up is open to Native Hawaiian, blah, 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 I just said that, 7th grade to 12th grade who live, work, go to school in San Mateo. The date for the program is June 26th to July 28th. Next week is the last week, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Le Malta Community Space. I think it's too late to register, but you can try. Maybe you'll show up at a class. Check out Samoan Solutions IG page.
I got to learn to abbreviate. You did a good job with that.
Yeah, chop it up.
The Latino Task Force and SALT Association San Francisco is having a middle school summer program for 1 week, Monday, August 7th through Friday, August 11th. So that's right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Must be a San Francisco Unified School District student, rising middle schooler, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 150 Executive Park Boulevard, Suite 2450 in San Francisco. Register now to enroll or contact Now Finau at 415-949-1323 or afinau@bacr.org.
Yeah, that's a good program. All My Usos Family Day is happening August 19th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Gilman Park in San Francisco. It's a free family event, free resources, free haircuts, free entertainment, free STEM activities, free jumpers, free food, free school supplies, and so much more. Can you see the thing that's going there? Free.
That's the
It's
theme.
a free.
How much is the parking?
Family free?
The parking's free?
Free. Everything is free. So I love that All My Usos throws this event every year. It's huge and it gets bigger and bigger every time we go. Now they have STEM and they have like 5 jumpers. They have carnival games and everything is free for the whole family. Contact Christine Mawia with any questions, or if you want to table, it's not too late, Christine at allmyusos.org.
And note their free food. Last year they had, was Kiss My Boba?
Mhm.
Who was there? And that was free. And actually, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's weird. They have a booth where you're going to be paying for drinks.
No.
Nope.
All
It's
things
free.
dipped.
Everything's free.
The food vendors, they feed you a meal, but then there's food vendors there that are giving away samples of their food and it's free.
So if you go to wherever and you see Kiss My Boba and you're paying whatever for a crack otai,
Right.
it's not that way.
Know that they're doing it for free at All My
Exactly.
Usos.
So, give the vendors some love out there, but know that, even though there's vendors out there, they're not vendors that day.
Yeah.
It's free.
They're
Whatever
giving
is in there is
stuff
free.
away for free for the community. So I love that they do that.
All right, we're headed up to Manny and Boogland in the Pacific Northwest. This is for you. Polyfest is happening Saturday, August 5th, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at Outlet Seattle in Auburn, Washington. Tickets are available now and vendor spaces are available. Follow at the Polyfest to purchase your tickets ASAP.
Yeah. Big Oos Radio 3rd Annual Pacifica Food Festival is happening next Saturday, July 29th, 2023 at Harry E. Lang Stadium in Lakewood, Washington. Food and retail booths, live culture performances. Performing live is Alo Keys. If you'd like to be a vendor, reach out to Boog and Manny at bigoosradio@gmail.com.
They had a show earlier today, I think. And weren't they live earlier today?
I
thought I saw
Thursday.
them
I think it
going
is
live,
yesterday.
but they got a great show.
They
check
do.
them out.
Go check them out. Follow them on all social media.
And once we're done
outlets.
with the community announcements, you can see the shirt and the hat that I wore just for them. All right. Camp Unity's 13th annual Luau finale is happening next Saturday, July 22nd at 1 p.m. at TR Placita Middle School, 550 East Market Street, Daly City. A $5 donation at the door ages 5 and under are free. No tickets in advance, all at the door. And if you got a gigantic 5-year-old, you don't got to bring a birth certificate because they're all poly and they'll understand.
$5 make you holler. Camp Unity Luau finale. The Camp Unity has done a great job all summer. I've been watching them on social media. They've been taking their kids on field trips, and Pacific Feeds has supplied meals for them yesterday. They went to pool. They had a pool day, playing softball, basketball, everything.
Like is that the pandemic happened, and it was like they were figuring things out
they were
like they came back full force.
They came back full force. They did
it. Like, all the things they're doing is really cool to see, and it's like you get involved with that program. That's growing, that's blowing up. Big
shout out to Camp Unity for having Pacifica in focus there, and I think we're going back next season. I'm not sure. So Luau this Saturday, July 22nd. We are gonna pop in real quick because there's so much happening on Saturday that I'm gonna lose my mind. But save the date for Nesian Night Market 2 on July 28th, next Friday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Le Malta Community Space, 833 Muller Road in Burlingame. Join for a night of fun with more of your favorite Pacifica vendors, good music, along with friends and family. Like, you got to get there early because last Nesian night they ran out of food because there were so many people. So
the event's closing down when they ran out of, once the food's gone.
Well, they have music after, so there's a DJ there for you to dance until 10 p.m. They had pierogies, 2 pierogi vendors, and German buns. They had butter and spice, had their shrimp garlic. That was good. Who else was there? There was
German.
Oh my gosh. Yes. In Samoa. So get there early. Mobligated was there. Levasa. There'll be other vendors there. It's going to be a great night of eating. I won't be there because I'll be in San Diego, but I'm going to try and catch the next one.
You can eat in San Diego.
I can, and I will.
Snacky with Nacky and the 619.
I know. I just keep forgetting. I'm like, and I eat everywhere. I just forget to bring the money. I just forget. But I will do it. I'm headed to San Diego next week for my dear friend who passed. And so I will be celebrating his life. Gene, Ma'alona, my Castelane's buddy. So yeah.
That's where all the homos hung out.
That's where all the homos hung out. You are correct. So next week I'll be in San Diego celebrating my Eugene. So there you go.
Awesome.
That is our community announcements. We have Hep B, Auntie Lena coming up right now.
Talofa everyone. This is Auntie Lena speaking, so please listen up. There's a disease out there that's killing our people. It's called hepatitis B. 1 out of 12 immigrant Pacific Islanders are infected with hepatitis B in the U.S., and it makes you 100 times more likely to get liver cancer. 2/3 of those infected don't know it because there are often no symptoms until it's too late. Ask your doctor for a Hep B test today or call us at 510-674-5843 or visit us at sfhepbfree.org. Find us on Facebook and leave a message. A 5-minute test can save your life, so just do it. This message brought to you by SF Hep B Free.
Awesome. And big shout out to our sister Lena, who's out there. Oh, she's in Vallejo beating up cancer. So we love our sister.
Smashing cancer.
Smashing cancer. There you go. Your Pacifica Proud?
My Pacifica Proud is Talia Uli Latukefu, and you might know him as the Young Rock. He's the actor, the Tongan actor that is playing the Young Rock.
Oh, so nice.
You take a look at that picture, and you realize that he's 36 playing a 20-year-old or an 18-year-old Dwayne Johnson.
Well, you know.
So, you got some good genes when you can be in your mid-30s and you're playing The Rock at 18 to 20 or 20 years old. So I was at had gone to get my hair cut, and there was a men's fitness, a bunch of magazines over there.
Mhm.
And on the cover is somebody that looks poly to me. Pick it up, and he's not only an actor, he's a model.
Oh, nice.
So, and it wasn't just because he's an actor and plays The Rock of why he was there in men's fitness. So
Danny Boy says Tupo's uncle. I don't know if he's joking or.
So.
Oh, it is. Okay, my bad. Sorry.
That's the cover that's the magazine that.
Okay, look at that body.
I knew Naki would get a kick out of that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go follow him on social media.
And that's an 8-week transformation from the picture on the left to the picture on the right. But the point is, he's a model. He's out there and he's getting work as a model.
Nice.
So not just being the double for The Rock. He was in, he was in Young Jonah. You remember the one about the Tongan kid that they sent back to Tonga? It's a few years ago. But he's got his own filmography out there. And I figured Naki would get a kick out of the picture. So I thought when I was getting my haircut, I thought,
yes, D-boy, yow.
So that is my Pasifika Proud for the week.
Well, there you go.
That's our Pasifika Proud for the week. Naki's very proud right
I'm
now.
Proud. I'm very proud now.
After seeing that picture, Naki's proud.
I'm going to go proud on Instagram. But yeah, awesome. He's hot. He's hot.
Yeah, those are some good genes right there.
Yeah. So, and then I think that show is still on. I'm not sure.
Canceled.
Oh, okay. So my bad. Well, there you go. That good thing he's modeling.
Yeah, he's got a career of his own.
Nice.
Modeling, obviously acting.
Mhm.
But yeah, the whatever it was, ABC, whoever's had that series, it was canceled
bummer.
in June of this year. So who knows what The Rock's going to do at this point? But yeah, looking for some new content, I guess.
Yeah. Awesome. That's awesome. There you go. I watched last night Guardians of the Galaxy, the third, and Malia, who is into Marvel, and so I've watched 1 and I watched 2, and then I guess in between 2 and 3 shit happens on other Marvel movies. So she was catching me up on.
So is the soundtrack just as good as the other 2? Is it still 70s, 80s?
Yeah,
nice.
It's good.
Nice.
It's good. But it was really good. It was at the end of the movie when Groot was, he says, no, well, he just says, I am Groot. So, and everybody I mean, it was like we had a, oh my God. So you got to go watch it. You got to go watch it
soon, because
so
I know that I'm going to hear spoilers from you if I don't. So, yeah, it was good enough that she's messaging me after.
Yeah,
this is great. You got to watch this.
Yeah, you got to go watch it because I love that whole Guardians of the Galaxy
that's good vibe.
Whatever that is. Yeah. So that's I think that's it. That's all I have.
That's us.
This weekend is PJ's graduation party. He asked us to do his red carpet. Okay, PJ. And PJ is going to be dressed to
I want to know. I want to see the outfit.
Yes. And so oh my God, we got tons of Camp Unity. My daughter teaches there, so we'll be headed there early.
We're busy Saturday.
Yeah, and then I have a baby shower, and then PJ's party. So if I'm all sweaty, just keep walking, keep walking. Don't stop. So yeah, tons of stuff. Follow. I've been, my podcasts have been. Who is it? The Polyticking podcast with Safa and Marcus. I've been listening to them. So go, Polynesian. And so there's these 2 girls that I listen to. I can't even.
What are they on? Are they on Spotify? Are they on Apple? How do you find them? SoundCloud?
Yeah, they're on SoundCloud. They're on SoundCloud, but they're really, really good. Yes, and Lulu is on. They had Talanoa Tuesday, like we said, with Lika and Cassandra. So I think they're clearing that up, and then it'll be back out. So yeah.
Catch them next
all I got.
Tuesday.
Catch them every Tuesday. And I think that's it for us. Anything else? We'll see you. We'll be going live at
We'll see
PJ's
you on Saturday. We're
graduation.
going to see a bunch of you on Saturday.
We'll see a bunch of you on Saturday. It's dressed to a T. I'll be dressed like a C or a D because I don't got no clothes. I don't
We're on
got
the red carpet. We got to wear
yeah,
something.
we gotta wear some. So we're here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Thank you to our Nainoa, our producer, and our intern, Moana, who's interning with us all summer. So we appreciate all the help that we're getting. So yeah, we'll see you next week.
Love y'all.